Shalom to the hopeful elect. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Baha, Rakakwadash. Right? All praises to Yahweh in the name Yahweh Shai, in the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father in the pure Hebrew, and Yahweh Shai is the true name of His only begotten Son in the pure Hebrew as well. To the men of Great Millstone, diligently pushing the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in the last days, in these crucial times, in all sincerity, Shalom. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us His truth. And to the sincere Akwath, our sisters, Shalom. Yeah, and this one is entitled, Through the Spirit and Power of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, Earth's New Righteous Celebrities. Right? Earth's New Righteous Celebrities. This topic came to mind and I decided to do a lesson on it. Right? But let's get the meaning of the word celebrity first and foremost. Where's that dictionary? No thanks. Alright, celebrity. Let's see what it says. Alright, so this is the definition that I want. It says a person who has a high degree of recognition by the general population for his or her success or accomplishments, a famous person. Right? And that's what the Israelites are going to be like in the kingdom, particularly the Israelite men. And we know today the Israelites, based on prophecy and who fit the biblical curses, right? And who fit the prophecies, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native American, those people, right, are the true Israelites today, whether people want to believe it or not. You know what I mean? And yeah, so already mean of the word celebrity, a renowned person. And in this time, really, a celebrity is nothing more than, a person, a vain person who have established, themselves in this world that is overrun by evils, and wicked vibrations. You understand? I mean, only Yahweh Hashem Yahshai know the devious activities, that a lot of these celebrities have partook in, blood sacrifices and so forth, to stay famous. You understand? We live in a very wicked, corrupt, sad world that is overrun by witchcraft, and greed. So a lot of these celebrities, are willing to sacrifice even family members for riches. You know what I mean? They want to gain the world in exchange for their souls. And we know what the scripture says about that. Let's get that Matthew 16 and verse 24, right? Let's read on. Then said Yahweh Shai, that's the true name of the Messiah, right, unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Yeah, because following Yahweh Shai comes with a cost. You have to deny this world. You understand? And certain pleasures of life that is wicked and carnal, you have to deny it. Take up your cross, endure the affliction and the persecution that comes with being in this truth, and follow after Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. Yeah, you're trying to save anything on this side, it's gonna the equation must add up, right? Trying to save anything on this side, you're gonna perish, right? You won't make it in that chariot. You know what I mean? And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. Exactly. Brothers and sisters that are being prepared right now to give up certain things, for the sake of salvation, right? I mean, it is what it is. For what, here's the point, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? You see that? What shall it profit a man when you gain the world and lose your soul? It makes no sense. You lose your chance to receive salvation because, you lost off of the ways of the world. You see the prey? You know what I mean? It's not a gamble worth taking. You understand? And at the end of the day, these celebrities, especially, speaking more so to the ones among our nation, because we have a lot of most of the celebrities in the world are jakes, our people. You understand? And a lot of them have bloody hands, a tormented, guilty conscience, and it just stay with them until they give up the spirit. You know what I mean? But the new celebrities in the upcoming new earth that is coming, the upcoming new earth, right? The new celebrities will be first and foremost Yahweh Shai, the son of David and Father, because the word belonged to him, right? He's a top man, so to speak. And then the Israelite men under him, which with classification, of course. You have the 144,000 men, the governing body, that Yahweh Shai put in charge, the governing body, 12,000 Israelite men from each tribe, And then you have the other men, who got saved among the large multitude, would be under them, make up the body of the elect overall. So you have 144,000 men, then you have the other men who would come in, and then the ones that died unrighteously, because we do have some, because not all Israel will be saved, we know it well. In the grand scheme of things, all Israel will be saved, but on this side, in terms of receiving salvation, some of us are gonna have to die off, right? Because that's just how the Lord set it up. That's the design of things, Let's see. Romans 11, I'll start reading at verse 25. The point is in 27, but let's read. For I would not, right? Because Paul was basically speaking about the elect in this chapter, and he destroyed the stereotype against the Gentiles. That's what pretty much what the chapter was about. But let's read on. For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened to Israel, until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. And those Gentiles are not talking about, the natural Gentiles, the other nations, the heathens. This Gentiles is talking about the Israelites that are scattered among the Gentiles, living like them, right? We have to understand the diaspora, right? And we have to understand what happened during the Grecian captivity up to the Roman captivity. The diaspora, that part is very crucial. That's why Christians stumble with the Gentile doctrine a lot. They stumble with it, But anyways, let's read on. Verse 26. And so all Israel shall be saved. You see that? All Israel. Well, I guess the point was in 26. All Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away the ungodliness from Jacob. For this is my covenant unto them, when I shall take away their sins. You see that? All Israel, that's the main point, right? But we do have some that are going to die, right? Some will die. You understand? So how will all Israel be saved if some of them are going to, a larger majority are going to die? Because they'll come back in the kingdom, right? So ultimately, by default, they will be well off. They will be good. But it's just that they're going to have to receive that death by pain here. On this side. Yep. So, and yeah, women and children will be saved as well. Israelite women will receive immortality as well. Israelite women and children. But as it is, it's all about the elect men, because they are going to be the rulers. The women fall in line naturally being wives of these men, and we know that these women, will be saved for the purpose of bringing back the other Israelites, through childbirth. You understand? Let's stick up in. What am I looking for? 1 Timothy, the 2nd chapter, verse 11. Point is in 15, but let's read. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. A lot of sisters have issues with this scripture, and a lot of women in the Christian church have issues with this scripture, because you have women pastors and all of that. They don't like order. Can't go against the divine order. But anyways, let the woman learn in silence without subjection, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Here's the point. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. You see that? That if factor is very important, because that's the thing. Women are going to be saved, because here's the thing. We're going to have a lot of women coming into the fold as well, from all walks of life, flocking for protection, to the men of the Lord. You understand me? I say, And when they do come, they're gonna have to humble themselves, right? They're gonna have to humble themselves. And bear in mind that even though more women will be saved than men, a lot of women will perish. A lot more women will perish than be saved. But yeah, so see, there is a spot for women. So when I speak about the men being, the celebrities in the kingdom, it is true, and women will be there as well. So sisters don't need to feel offended. You understand? You'll be good, but it's just that it's all about the men, men. You understand? So as for now, the Israelites, have been afflicted from captivity to captivity, being the lowest of the lowest. But when Yahushua return, he's gonna do what? He's gonna change us, right? And he's gonna have us ruling over these heathens as joint heirs with him. You know what I mean? That part is very important. It's really Yahushua's kingdom, but because we are joint heirs, we'll be able to partake, if you will, in that rulership. You understand? And over time, the nations will, come to appreciate and love our rulership and the governance of the planet. You understand me I say? Because right now the planet is being ruled over, by shitty rulers. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You understand? So after the 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, there'll come a time after we get rid of Esau for the earth, the nations will rejoice. You know what I mean? And they will come to appreciate our rulership. You understand? And that's when we receive fame in the lands where we were, where we were shamed. But that's Zephaniah. Hold on. Oh, gone 11 minutes already. Okay. Zephaniah. The 3rd chapter. Is it Zephaniah? No. That was Zechariah. Salakia. I'm a bit tired, forgive me. Verse 17. The Lord thy power in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save, he will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that outeth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. See that? And at that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I will gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord. When has this happened? This has not happened as yet. During the time of the prophets, we were, being afflicted heavily. You know what I mean? So this is a future prophecy that hasn't come to pass as yet, which is very beautiful, because we have that to look forward to. So these people on earth right now, they worship celebrities. They worship celebrities. Now imagine a righteous one with godlike powers in a rulership seat, with a crown on his head, who the nations love. That's going to be an Israelite man. In the very near future, that's going to be an Israelite man. You understand? Yeah, man. And these nations, they're going to want us to marry their daughters. They're going to give us gifts. Yeah. Going to give us gifts. After we get rid of Esau, after they do 1,000 years of hardcore labor, then we get rid of the nation of Esau. All these nations will be somewhat promoted from being slaves to being tributaries. So they're gonna, pay the tithes, tribute things unto us, serve us, the same way. And the same way, we can't just roll upon celebrities today. It's gonna be the same thing. These nations won't have easy access to us like that. We're gonna be secluded, right? They'll probably only see us, just speaking as a man. They'll probably only see us when we summon them, for breaking the laws. When their presence is requested, so they can, so we can pass judgment on them, or when we visit the leaders among them, to supervise them, right? Because, only their leaders will have a chance to even interact with an Israelite man. You understand? And that's order. That would be order, given that they we'll have a level of freedom somewhat, right? Israelite, king pop up every now and then, visit the leader among them, and tell them what to do, tell them how to do this, when this feast day is coming up, when this high holy day is coming up, stuff like that. Because we would appoint leaders among them, to impose our will, which is beautiful, because you see, we'll be all righteous. So whatever we tell the nations to do will be righteousness, and they will have to do it, because we'll be too busy with rulership, exploring planets, traveling the universe and other stuff, enjoying our families, chilling with Yahweh Shai. However, we'll be busy, occupied. So the kings and the priests of Yasharallah, which is a Hebrew word for Israel, so when the kings and the priests take rulership, these righteous celebrities, right, the nations and the whole world will be able to thrive under a refreshed, righteous vibration.